Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati, Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tenarve Sivane, Putri, and Natavarkum Reva, Putri, Thiruchitrambalam, எடுக்கும் மக்கதை இந்தமிழ் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ்செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள் இருத்துவாம் உலகலாமுனந்தோதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலிவேணியின் அலையில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவான் சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான் மறைச்செம்பருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே தில்லைவாழந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த துளையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகைடியார் பதம் போற்றி உலையவர் புராண கதை உலகறிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழாரடி போற்றி ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதாரவிந்தம் பணிவோம் பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோ உதயனந்து கூட்டிடுமே திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, today we're here to continue the part 2 of Brahman, Sri Sandeswara Nayanar Puranam. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Thiruchitrambalam Swamigal and also to the 57th Pontiff of Gomathinayagam Periyapuranam English Discourse as well. With the blessings of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started with Brahman Sandeswara Nayanar Puranam. So during the last session, we went through the history of Sandeswara Nayanar until Nayanar started managing the cows himself. So he saw a cowherd beating up a cow while he was on his way to the Veda Patasala. And Nayanar immediately rushed to him, stopped him, and explained to him how auspicious and divine cows are for Shaivism. And then Nayanar gave a very big lecture, taking quotes from Vedas and Agamas, explained to the cowherd, and he got scared. Then Nayanar said, you don't need to do this auspicious work anymore. I will take care of the cows going forward. And he went to the owners of cow, and then he told them, going forward, he will start managing them. He will collect the cows in the morning and then take them outside for grazing, then come back to the village in the evening. And he was taking really, really good care of the cows. And ever since Nayanar took charge, the cows were very happy, started yielding more and more milk. As the days passed by, the cows started seeing Nayanar as their calf. So they started yielding milk by themselves. Nayanar saw the milk getting wasted by just everything getting spilled on the earth. He didn't want to waste the milk. Then he wished to build a temple, Gopura, Shivalinga, then started doing Aradhana every day. So very important thing, Nayanar did not voluntarily go and milk the cows and did his puja. He saw the milk was getting wasted. He didn't want to waste the milk. He wanted to make the best use of the milk because it was so precious. That's why Nayanar did this. And every day it was happening. And one day, one of the villagers happened to see the Shiva Puja that Nayanar was doing. He was milking the cows and doing Abhisheka to the linga. He could not recognize the linga. He just thought, oh, the little boy was just playing in the sand and wasting the milk, precious milk being wasted. And then he spread that he went to the village lords, senior leaders of the village. He complained to them, we thought the little boy was taking good care of our cows, But what I just saw today, he was just milking the cows and spilling them on the earth. He's just playing around and wasting the precious milk in a foolish manner. Then everybody got really upset, and then the village leader sent one of the person to bring Sandeswara's father, Echadatta, to meet them. Then Echadatta was called on to meet with the village leaders, and then they explained to him, Echadatta, we know you for a long time. We thought your son would take good care of our cows, and initially he was doing that. We could also see the cows start yielding more and more milk ever since he took care of them. But we just noticed that today he is playing around the milk and wasting them, by just spilling them out on the earth. This is unacceptable, and his job was to protect the cows and make sure that the precious milk is also secured for temple and our household purposes. Can you make sure this doesn't repeat? And Echadatta said, he sincerely apologized for the inconvenience caused. He said, I didn't know what happened, but I can assure you this will not repeat. I will talk to my son. You have my word, this will not repeat going forward. Then Echadatta came back home. He didn't say anything to Visala Sarmanar. Visala Sarmanar, as usual, he came back to the villagers' houses and settled the cows. Then he came back home. He didn't say anything to Echadatta, did not say anything to Visala Sarmanar. He just wanted to see what they said today in the village sabha, true or not. So he wanted to verify that himself with his own eyes. So the next day morning, Nayanar got up early in the morning. Then he went house by house and collected all the cows, and they went outside the village for grazing. Echadatta silently followed Visala Sarmanar and ensured that he was unseen by Nayanar. Just following, and then Nayanar reached the place where he usually does puja. And then Echadatta climbed a tree and hid himself in the tree so that Nayanar could not see him. Then, as usual, the cows started producing the milk, and they were getting wasted on going directly to the earth. And then Sandeswara started collecting those milk from all the cows, and then, as usual, he started doing abhisheka to Shivlinga, pots of milk. He collected flowers, started doing archana as well, and Echadatta saw all this. Okay, so even he went to the roof. What the villagers said yesterday in the Grama Sabha is true. So my son has been wasting his milk, the precious milk, just playing. He could not recognize the level of love that Sandeswara has for Shiva. Nayanar was not really wasting the milk. The milk was getting wasted by default. And he's just ensuring that the milk doesn't get wasted. They're being used for Shiva Puja, which is a great thing, which is the main purpose of having a cow. Then Nayanar immediately jumped out of that tree. He went very close to his son, and he started shouting at him, yelling at him literally. How dare you do this? How dare you do this? How could you do this? Nayanar could not hear anything what Echadatta was saying. He could not hear anything what Echadatta was saying. And then, because he was so involved in Shiva Puja. So when you're so involved in Shiva Puja and you're beyond your five senses, whatever happens outside around you in this world can communicate only through your five senses. But you're beyond your five senses, so close to Shiva, you will not recognize what's happening in this world. So Nayanar just could not hear what Eshana was saying. And then he got so irritated and irate. He became so annoyed. He took a stick and then thrashed Nayanar with a stick. No change. It did not disturb him at all. He was still focused on doing the Shivapuja, doing Abhisheka. Then he lost all his patience, then kicked the pots of milk that Nayanar collected for Abhisheka. He just kicked them. The pots got broken and the milk got spilled all over the sand. That's when Nayanar came back to his consciousness. Okay, so what happened here? He just saw that all the pots were broken and he could see his father was standing there. He immediately wanted to punish him. Nayanar, because it's a big sin. It's a Siva Parada. Siva Parada cannot be easily, unlike the usual, the worldly bad karma, which you can experience and get rid of it. Siva Parada cannot be just it cannot be experienced and cured. So he just took a stick that was very close to him, and he just looked at this stick and threw it. The stick became got transformed into a sharp axe by default. That's the power of Nayanar. He took the stick and threw it towards the leg of his father, and the stick got transformed into a sharp axe, and it cut off both legs of his father, Eshana. Eshana fell down, screaming like anything. Then finally, he was dead. Then Nayanar said, okay, the interruption got fixed. Now let's go back to our puja. Can you even believe it? It was his father. It was his own father. He started, then he was about to take another pushpa and do archana to Shiva. Then Lord Shiva and Parvati Devi appeared in a brilliant light. தொடுத்தேதலை சூழ்சடையா துணைத்தாள் இலர்க்கீழ் விழுந்தவரை எடுத்து நோக்கி நம்பருட்டாள் இன்ற தாதை வெளியறிந்தாய் அடுத்த தாதை இனி உனக்கு நான் என்று செய்தார். Because of me, you killed your father. I am your next father. அடுத்த தாதை உனக்கு நாம். We are your father and mother, dear child. And I am also making you a leader of all my Shiva devotees. Tondarku Adipanar. The Chekla Swami says that in Periyapuranam, Puranam Tondadamakka Adipanaki, the leader of Shiva devotees. Our leader is Sandeswara. Anaitanam Mundagalamum Udupanamum Suduvanum Unakaga Sandesanama Patam Tantam. It's a post. Sandesa Patam. Nayanar gives Shiva Punya to all Shiva devotees. So Sandeswara Puja is part of our Anmata Shiva Puja, and you could see Nayanar on the left side of Shiva Swami in all the temple, right next to Gomathinayagam. So you could see people just usually they clap. It's a big sin. You should never ever do that. You should not clap. You should not go between Nayanar and Swami, because Nayanar was always worshipping Shiva. The main purpose of Nayanar, we go to Nayanar and we just show him our hands that we are not taking any wealth of Shiva from the temple. And in case we have got prasada from Shivacharyas, from Swami Sinadi, we just show that to him. And then we asked him to give us the Shiva Punya. That's all we can do. It's not about people you can say clapping, doing all sort of sounds. That's a big sin. Don't ever do that. So Nayanar gave the post of Sandesa Nayanar, which means Sandesa Padam. Anaithanam Mundagalamum Udupanabum Sudavanamum. Whatever I eat, whatever I wear, whatever the flowers and dresses I wear, you have the rights to wear them. So usually for Sandeswara temple, he would never ever wear a new dress, new flower. Everything that was used by Lord Shiva the previous day will be given to Sandeswara. That's right. Shiva Nirmalya. Nayanar is the only Shakti that is entitled to have Shiva Nirmalya. No one else. So he says, Swami said, we made you a leader of our devotees. I have conferred on you the Sandesa Patam. In future, whatever offered to me will belong to you. And then Shiva took a garland of Kondrai flower from his Jadamudi and wrapped it around the neck of the little boy, Nayanar, Siriya Purindagayar. Sandesa Padam is a great position to be obtained by Shiva devotee. And in the meantime, Ichadatanar, who got killed by Nayanar, reached Shivalogam. He was so blessed enough to be punished by Nayanar. He went to Shivalogam. Similarly, that's what we could see in Periyapuranam. Whoever got killed by the hand of Nayanmar, Nayanar, they all went to Shivalogam. Whoever got killed by the hand of Kotpuri Nayanar went to Shivalogam. Similarly, Echadattana also went to Shivalogam. So the other thing about Sandeswara Nayanar is Sandeswara Nayanar is the only Nayanar who is prized in all 12 Tirumurais. Every single Tirumurai, there is a song to praise the service of Sandeswara Nayanar. Only Nayanar prized across all 12 Tirumurais. The only temple prized across all 12 Tirumurais, Thiruvalur. Only Nayanar prized across all 12 Tirumurais, Emperor Sandeswara Nayanar. So Sandeswara Nayanar, Visala Sarvana became Sandeswara Nayanar. Let's make sure that whenever we go to Shiva temple, we worship Lord Shiva, and then we do go to Sandeswara Nayanar Sannidhi and show our hands. Ensure just confirm that we're taking only the prasadam of Lord Shiva, and let's ask Sandeswara Nayanar for his blessings and also Shiva Punya. All right, with that said, let's end the class for today. So as we closed on Sandeswara Nayanar, we have completed Mummayal Ulhanda section. From next class onwards, we're going to be starting with Tirundra Sarkam, story. Thiruchitrambalam என்று பின்பம் பெருகும் மேல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் ஒன்றிடம் அன்றுள்ளார் அடியார் அவர் வான்புகழ் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் ஹர ஹர நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹர ஹர மகாதேவா சிற்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம் தென்னாருடைய சிவனே போற்றி நாட்டவர்க்கும் விரைவா போற்றி திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் திருநீலகண்டம்